Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Donna. I'm going to be taking us through a mat Pilates flow today. For today, all you're going to need is a ball, some ankle weights, and a band. We are going to be doing mat Pilates more slow and controlled, so try to keep count with my pace. Don't rush anything so that you can really connect your mind to your muscle movement. If at any point anything feels too difficult, go ahead and get rid of the props. You can increase or decrease the weights, whatever you're more comfortable with. We're going to go ahead and get started at the back edge of our mats in child's pose. Walk your hands all the way out away from your body. Let your forehead rest down on your mat. Walk your knees out nice and wide and sit back onto your feet. Take a big inhale through your nose. And a big exhale, push the air out like you're blowing air out of a straw. Inhale nice and deep. And exhale, push the air out. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale, breathing into your back and the sides of your body. And exhale, push the air out. Feel your side body get smaller. Feel your ribs knit together. Inhale, feeling your ribs expand, your belly fall to the earth. And exhale, pull your belly button to spine, engage your core. 3 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Last one, your biggest inhale. And your biggest exhale. Gently begin to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Maybe your hands walk off your mat, planting your left palm over your right. And maybe you reach your right arm back and around for your left inner thigh. Holding here for 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. 1 more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Unwind and walk your hands back through center and then over to the left side of your mat. Planting your right palm over your left, feeling a stretch all through the right side of your body this time. Left arm reaches back and around for your right inner thigh. You're here for 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. 1 more deep breath in. And deep breath out. Release your left hand if you wrapped it around. And gently walk your hands back through center. Take 1 more inhale. And on your next exhale, shift your weight forward onto your hands and knees. Find your tabletop position. Inhale, arch your belly, lift your head and look up. Exhale, round your spine. Gaze goes to your navel. Inhale, roll your shoulders back and away from your ears. Lift your head. And exhale, press into your palms. Separate your shoulder blades nice and wide. 3 more. Big inhale. You can add a bend in the elbows. You can add any additional movement that you want to make this more fluid. Whatever feels best to you. Last 2. Inhale. And exhale. Last 1. Big inhale. And big exhale. Come back through center with a neutral spine. And then walk your knees through your hands. Extend your legs out long in front of you on the mat. Take a big inhale. Reach your arms up overhead. And then exhale, forward fold over your legs. Finding a deep stretch here. Inhale to lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold a little bit deeper. You should feel the stretch in your low back and in your hamstrings. You're here for 3. For 2. On 1, stack your spine all the way up. Arms are going to come to shoulder height and then tuck your tailbone under. And as slow as you can, with control, lower down to your mat. 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale, your arms sweep up overhead. And then exhale, you're going to hug your knees into your chest. Give them a tight squeeze. Place 1 hand on either knee and draw circles with the knees going away from each other for 3. for 2. On 1, reverse the direction for 3. For 2. Last 1, plant your feet on the mat. Knees are pointed up to the ceiling. Palms are pressing down into the earth. Make sure that you have hips width distance between your feet. Toes are pointing forward. Feet are parallel. Tuck your tailbone under and slowly, with control, roll all the way up to the top of your bridge. Pause at the top. I want you to check in. Make sure that your ribs are not flared out. What do I mean by that? You're not arching your back and flaring your ribs. Push the air out. Tailbone. Hips are tucked under. Core is engaged. Ribs are hugged down and together. So my shoulder blades are down on the mat. I'm not trying to lift my shoulders up. And then slowly lower it down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale, release. Exhale, drive through your heels. Roll all the way up. And inhale, lower it all the way back down. Exhale, push and lift up. Make sure your ribs are not flared out. And then slowly lower it down. Inhale, exhale, lift for 3. Squeeze your glutes at the top. And lower it back down. Inhale, exhale, lift for 2. And lower it back down. Inhale, exhale, lift for 1. And slowly lower it back down to the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Extend your legs out long. 1 more full body stretch, reaching through the fingertips and the toes. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Arch your back up off the mat. And then go ahead and grab your ankle weights. They're going to go on your ankles. We don't need the band just yet. You just need the ankle weights and the ball. If at any point this feels too difficult, I want you to first try to get rid of the ankle weights and then try to keep going. You don't need the ball either. The ball is just there for extra instability. You can do everything without the ball. We're going to exhale, crunch your head, neck, and shoulders up. Lift your legs to tabletop. Ball is going to come in your right hand. Right leg is going to extend forward. Ball goes underneath your left leg. And then we switch sides. Ball goes underneath your right leg. We switch and swap and switch and swap. Switch and swap. And don't go too fast. We're going nice and slow. We're here for 5 and swap. You're trying to get both shoulder blades up off the mat for 4 and swap. For 3 and swap. For 2 and swap. Last 1, swap and hold. The ball is behind your right leg. Ball is going to come behind your right knee. Left leg is going to rest down on the mat. Head, neck, and shoulders are down to start. You're going to exhale, crunch your head, neck, and shoulders up and peel yourself up off the mat. Roll the ball up your right leg. And then inhale, roll the ball back down, bend your knee, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. So it's a roll up, but a little bit different. We're going to tuck and round all the way up, find your tall spine, and then slowly lower it all the way back down. Exhale as you roll up to the top, roll the ball up your back of your leg and roll it all the way back down. If you don't have the ball, you're just rolling your hands up your leg. Inhale, lower it back down. Exhale, lift. If you need more stability, instead of rolling the ball up, you're going to keep the ball where it is. Exhale, press into the ball and use that tension to lift yourself back up. So you're using your leg to exhale, pull, and lift yourself up. But if not, you're trying to roll the ball up the top of your leg and lower it back down. We're here for 3 more. Exhale, roll to the top. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, lift for 1. Inhale, lower it back down, and we switch sides. Left knee comes in, right leg goes long. Ball is behind the left knee. Inhale, exhale, we roll up to the top. Inhale, we lower it back down. Exhale, lift. Roll the ball up the backside of your left leg. And then inhale, lower it back down. Same thing as the other side. You can press into the ball with your left leg and get to the top rather than rolling it up. And you can keep your knee bent as well. In and lift. And lower it back down. Remember to try without the ankle weights first. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower it down. Only if obviously it's hurting. If not, try with the ankle weights. And lower it back down. We're here for 3 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower it back down. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower it back down. Exhale, lift for 1. Inhale, lower it back down. Head, neck, and shoulders are down to start. Ball is coming in front of your knees. Both legs are in tabletop. Make sure that your knees are stacked over your hips. Both palms are pressing into the ball. Exhale, crunch your head, neck, and shoulders up. They're lifted up off the mat. You're going to exhale, roll the ball up your legs, reach your hands up, extend your legs straight, roll the ball back down, legs bend to tabletop. Press the ball forward, press your knees forward, and then bend it back in. Exhale, you roll to the top and reach. Inhale, lower it, bend the legs. Exhale, press your knees forward. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, you roll it up, lift up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press it forward. Inhale, lower. Make sure when you roll it up, you're really reaching for your toes, lifting your upper back up off the mat, and press it forward. Bend it in. We're here for 5. Exhale, roll and reach. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press and extend. Inhale, lower. We're here for 4. Reach, lower, press it forward, and bend it in. We're here for 3. Lower, press it forward, bend it in. For 2, lower, press it forward, bend it in. Last one, lower, press it forward, bend it in. Place the ball in between your knees, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Give yourself a minute. Your hands are going to interlace behind your neck for support. Ball is between your legs. Legs are in tabletop. You're going to exhale, crunch your head, neck, and shoulders up. Extend your legs straight. Inhale, lower both legs down. Exhale, lift both legs up. Inhale, bend your knees, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Exhale, crunch it up, extend your legs straight. Inhale, both legs lower. Exhale, both legs lift. Inhale, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. When you crunch up, make sure you're lifting with your core and not with your neck. So my head is hanging heavy in my hands. I'm not pulling my head up with my arms. I'm using my core, which means it feels almost like you're lifting from your shoulders. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Bend and lower it down. We're here for 3 more. Exhale, crunch and lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, crunch for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, and bend. Exhale, crunch for 1. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, and bend. Go ahead and grab the ball. Ball is going to come onto the front of your left leg. Ball is pressed with your right hand. Right leg is going to stay where it is. Left hand is behind your neck for support. You're going to exhale, crunch it up, roll the ball up your left leg. Left leg is straight. Inhale, lower the left leg down. Left leg stays straight. Roll the ball back down. Exhale, crunch and roll the ball up. You're pressing into the ball. Inhale, lower it back down. Left leg lowers. Right leg stays where it is, or your right leg can lower down to the mat for more stability. Inhale, lower. Exhale, crunch and twist. Inhale, lower. Exhale, crunch and twist. Inhale, lower. Exhale, crunch and twist. Try to get that right shoulder blade up off the mat. You're here for 3 more. Exhale, crunch and twist. You're here for 2. Exhale, crunch and twist. Last one. We're holding it up at the top. You're pressing into that ball. Right leg is going to move. Left leg stays where it is. Right leg extends forward. Right knee bends in. Inhale, extend your right leg forward. Exhale, bend it in, and you're pressing into that ball so you can feel your core engaged. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend it in. We're here for 5. Your right shoulder blade is lifted because we're crunched over to the left. For 4. Exhale, bend it in. For 3. Exhale, bend it in. For 2. Exhale, bend it in. Last one. Hold it here. Pulse the ball. Reach up for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it back down. Oh, that one is so painful. The ball is never easy. We're going to do all of that over to the other side. So your legs are in tabletop. Right hand is behind your head for support. Right leg is extended up to the sky. Left leg is in tabletop. Left palm is on the ball. You're going to exhale. Crunch over to the right side. Roll the ball up your leg. Inhale, ball lowers. Right leg lowers. Exhale, crunch over to the right. Roll the ball up. Inhale, lower it back down. Exhale, roll it up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, get your left shoulder blade up off the mat. We're crunching to the right. Inhale, lower. Exhale, crunch and twist for 4. Inhale, lower. This side hurts more. We're lifting for 3. Inhale, lower. Make sure you're crunching with your core and not with your neck for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, crunch and lift for 1 and hold. We're extending our left leg forward and then bend your left knee in. Inhale, extend your left leg forward and you're pressing into that ball with your left hand. We're here for 6 and bend it in. Left shoulder blade is lifted. Bend it in. Inhale for 4. Exhale, bend it in. Inhale for 3. Exhale, bend it in. Inhale for 2. Exhale, bend it in. Hold it out on 1. Pulse the reach up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees in. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Windshield wiper your legs. Release your core and your low back. Oh my goodness. All right. Take a sip of water, whatever you need, and we're going to move on. Ball is going to come underneath your left heel. I find that it's easier if you really commit to it. So you're really pushing into the ball of your foot. The ball of your foot is down on the mat, kind of like you're wearing a high heel. And then your right foot is going to be down on the mat. You're going to exhale, press into your feet, roll up to the top of your bridge. Inhale, lower your hips down to the mat. Exhale, press up, lift up. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, lift, squeeze your glutes at the top. Make sure your ribs are not flared out. Same thing we did in the warm-up. Inhale, lower. And your palms are down at your side. Use your hands for stability. Inhale, lower it down. If at any point the ball gets annoying, just get rid of it and keep going. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, lower. We're here for 3 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 1. And we hold. You're going to pull your right knee into tabletop. Right leg lowers down. Tap your hips down to the mat. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Right knee pulls to tabletop. Right leg lowers down. Tap your hips to the mat. Exhale, lift and squeeze. When you lower your leg from tabletop, make sure you're lowering from your hips. So I'm not just bending my knee and dropping my foot to the mat. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Pull from the hip. Lower from the hip, keeping that 90-degree shape. Tap your hips. Exhale, lift. We pull it in, lower it down, tap your hips. Exhale, lift. In, down, tap. Exhale, lift. For 4, down, tap. Exhale, lift. Make sure your ribs are not flared out, even with this addition. And make sure you're still rolling up to the top of your bridge, pausing, pull your knee in, and lower it down. Last one. Exhale, lift, pull your knee in, lower it down, tap your hips down. Now you're going to extend your right leg long. Right leg is long, left leg stays where it is. This time you're going to press into the ball of your left foot, lift your hips at the same time, pull your right knee in so we're not pausing, and then extend your right leg long, lower your hips down. Exhale, pull your knee in, inhale, lower it down. I totally forgot that we can add the band here. It's totally up to you. I am already not using it, so we're not going to use it. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale in for 4. Inhale, lower. Make sure you're squeezing your left glute at the top. Really get that height. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 1 and hold. We're going to extend our right leg up to the ceiling. Inhale, lower the right leg down. Exhale, bend the right knee in. Inhale, extend the right leg up to the ceiling. Inhale, lower. Exhale, bend it in. Extend. Inhale, lower. Exhale, bend it in and extend. Inhale, lower. Exhale, bend it in, extend. Make sure you're driving through that left heel, keeping your hips lifted. We're here for 3. Bend it in and extend. For 2. Bend it in and extend. Use your palms for stability. Last one. In, extend and hold. You're going to pulse your hips up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it at the top on 1. Pulse your heel into the ball for 10, 9. It's really small. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bend your knee, plant your foot on the mat, and then slowly lower your hips back down to the mat. Good job. Go ahead and remove the ball, hug your knees into your chest, give them a tight squeeze, rock from side to side, massage your low spine. And when you're ready, rock and roll up and down the length of your mat. You're going to meet me in your high plank position, but it's going to be a little different. The ball is going to come underneath the top of your foot, almost where your foot meets your shin. So kind of like on your ankle to keep your top of your foot flat. And then we're going to meet in our high plank position. So the ball has to be a little bit further away. You don't want it under your shin. High plank. So the top of my foot is on the ball. I'm pressing into my palms. Butt is low. It's not sticking up in the air. Both of your knees are going to lower down to the mat. Tap your knees down. And then exhale, lift back to your high plank. Butt is staying the same level. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap the knees down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. You're pressing into your palms so you're not sinking down into your shoulders. Gaze is at the mat in front of you. We're here for 4. Exhale, lift. For 3, make sure that your core is engaged, your belly is not dropping to the earth. Your tailbone is tucked under, you're squeezing your glutes. Last 1. Now, listen carefully. You're going to tap just your right knee down to the mat. Right knee lowers down. Hug your elbows in. Lower your chest down to the mat. Exhale, press and lift it up. Right knee lifts. We hold. Roll your left knee in. Roll your left leg back. Right knee lowers down, and we do it again. We lower our chest. Exhale, lift. Right knee lifts. Left knee in. Left knee back. Right knee down. Both elbows bend. Press and lift it up. Right knee lifts. Left knee in. Left knee back. Right knee down. Both elbows bend. Exhale, press and lift. We're here for 5. Make sure you try to hug your elbows in. Use those triceps. Last 4. Lower. Exhale to lift. For 3. Right knee down. Lower. Exhale, lift. For 2. Lower. Exhale, lift. Last 1. We're going to hold our knee in, pulse it in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Stay strong in your plank. Butt is low. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knee down onto the mat. Go ahead and flip it out. We're meeting lying down on our side. Ball is going to come underneath your left palm. Right elbow is down on the mat. We're lying on our side body. I want you to make sure that you're not sinking down into your shoulder. You're pressing into your elbow and lifting up. And the side of your body is not sinking down from the ribs. You're pulling up from the ribs, making kind of a rainbow shape. Ball is in front of your chest. Left hand is pressing into the ball. Remember, you can add the band if you want another level of difficulty. I am just going to keep it as is. We're going to exhale, press the left leg back, squeeze your glute at the back, inhale, lower. But notice how when I press my leg back, my hips stay dialed forward. So I'm not rolling my hips back to open. I'm keeping my hips forward and initiating the movement just from my leg. We exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Check in with your upper body. Make sure that you're pressing and lifting. Every time you open the leg, press into the ball. We're here for 5. And close. For 4, close. For 3, make sure your elbow's under your shoulder. If it's too far away, you're going to have a hard time using your obliques and lifting up. It's going to make it more difficult. Last 1, and hold. We're going to pull our left knee in and extend it back. We bend it in and extend it back. Inhale, bend. And extend. You're pressing into that ball. We're here for 5 and extend. For 4 and extend. For 3, extend. For 2 and extend. Last 1, extend and hold. Your legs stay straight. Inhale, tap your left toes down to the mat. Exhale, lift and squeeze, press into that ball. Check in with your upper body. If you need to get rid of the ball and pull up from your side body with your hand to remind yourself to keep using your obliques, you can do that. Exhale, lift and squeeze for 5. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze for 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze for 1. Inhale, lower, and hold. You have options. You can either try to keep your left leg floating, or you can lower your left toes down to the mat for stability. Either way, you're going to grab the ball in your left hand, drive through your right elbow, drive through your right knee, lift your hips up, reach the ball up to the sky. Ball comes down to the mat, press into the ball, lift the left leg lowers, maybe you keep it floating, press and lift your hips up, ball reaches up, and lower it back down. We lift the left leg, lower, press and lift up, and lower. When you reach the ball up to the sky, I want you to make sure that you're rolling your shoulders back and you're not hunching forward. And when you lower down, make sure that you're not just dropping all of your weight down into your shoulder. You're still keeping your upper body active. Your obliques are engaged. You're pressing into that elbow so that you're not dumping into the shoulder. We're here for 5. Lower, press and lift. Leg comes down. We reach it up and lower it down. For 4, lower, press and lift, and lower it down. For 3, lower, press and lift, lower it down. For 2, lower. When you lift, think about driving your hips forward, squeezing your glutes, and lower it down. Last one, we're going to lift and hold. Lift and hold. Pulse your hips up. 10, 9. Remember, you can have that top foot down if you need to. We're here for 6, 5, 4, 3. On 1, we hold. Pulse your left leg up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knee in and slowly lower your hips down to the mat. Go ahead and flip it out to your child's pose. Ball is going to come with your hands. Roll your arms all the way out. Let your head hang heavy in your hands. Take one big inhale and one big exhale. 2 more. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Last one, your deepest breath in and your deepest breath out. Slowly roll all the way up. Reach the ball up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, round your spine. Lower the ball to shoulder height. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look down. Take one more inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and flip it out. We have all of that over to the other side. Ball is coming underneath your right heel. Remember, you can add the band, although if you didn't use it on the other side, I wouldn't recommend then throwing it in now. Your palms are going to come down to the mat. We're laying flat on our back. Right heel is on the ball this time. Left foot is flat on the mat. And remember, it's not the full foot on the ball. The ball of the ball of my right foot is still on the mat. So it's like I'm wearing a heel. Both palms are pressing into the mat. Nice and simple to start. We're tucking our tailbone under, rolling up to the top of your bridge, and then slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, exhale, roll up to the top, and then lower it back down. Inhale, exhale, lift, squeeze your glutes at the top. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, lift and squeeze for 5. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze for 4. Remember, your ribs are hugged in, they're not flared out. Exhale, lift and squeeze for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze for 1 and hold. We're pulling our left knee into our chest, lowering your left leg with control, and then lowering your hips down to the mat. Exhale, lift, pull your knee in, then lower your leg down, then lower your hips down. Exhale, lift, pull your left knee in, lower from your hips, so we're not just bending the knee and dropping the foot to the mat. Exhale, lift and squeeze, pull it in. Inhale, lower, and lower your hips down. Exhale, lift and squeeze, pull your knee in, lower your leg down, lower your hips down. Exhale, lift for 4, squeeze your right glute, find the stability in your right leg, and then pull your knee in. So take your time. Exhale, lift and squeeze, find stability, pull your knee in, lower it down, lower your hips down. 2 more. Exhale, lift and squeeze your glutes at the top. Pull your left knee in, lower your left leg down, lower your hips down. Last one, exhale, lift and squeeze. Pull your left knee in, lower your left leg down, lower your hips down. Now we're going to extend our left leg long onto the mat. Got to scooch back just a little bit. Left leg is long. You're going to drive through your right foot, pull your left leg into tabletop, and then lower it back down to the mat. Exhale, lift. Pull your knee to tabletop as you lift your hips. Inhale, lower your leg back down, extend your leg out long. Exhale, pull and lift. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, pull and lift. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale in for 5. Squeeze your right butt cheek. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 1 and hold. You're going to extend your left leg up to the ceiling. Left leg is straight. Inhale, lower your left leg down. Bend your left knee in. Extend it up to the ceiling. Inhale, lower. Exhale, bend it in and extend it up. You're driving through your right foot to keep your hips lifted. Try to keep the height of the hips. Don't let your hips drop. We're here for 5 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, bend it in and extend to the sky. Inhale, lower. Exhale, bend it in and extend. Last 3. In and extend. Lift your hips up another inch for 2. In and extend. Last 1. In, extend and hold. Pulse your hips up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Make sure your ribs are not flared out. For 3, 2. Hold it at the top on 1. Pulse your right foot into the ball. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You're pressing down through your heel for 2, 1. Bend your knee, plant your foot on the mat, and then slowly lower back down. Go ahead and remove the ball, windshield wiper your legs, release your low back. And when you're ready, rock and roll up and down the length of your mat. Meet me in your high plank. This time the ball is coming underneath the top of your right foot. Remember, we're trying to get our foot flat. And we're stepping out to our high plank. You're pressing into your palms, butt is low, core is engaged. Make sure that you're not letting your belly drop. You're pulling up from your belly button, hugging your ribs in, tucking your tailbone under. We're tapping our knees down to the mat. And then exhale, lift them right back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap for 5. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap for 4. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap for 3. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap for 2. Exhale, lift. Last 1. Exhale, lift and hold. Now we're tapping just our left knee down. Left knee stays down. Hug your elbows in. Lower your chest down. Exhale, press and lift it up. Left knee lifts. Right knee rolls into your nose. Extend your right leg back. Lower your left leg down. Hug your elbows in. Lower your chest. Make sure your butt stays low and you don't stick it up. Find your high plank. Pull your right knee in. Roll your right leg back. Left knee down. Lower the chest. Exhale, press and lift. Lift the left leg. Roll the right leg in. Roll the right leg back. Left knee down. Lower your chest. Exhale, lift. Lift the left leg. Roll the right leg in. Roll the right leg back. We're here for 4 more. Lower. Exhale, press and lift up. Lift your leg. Roll the ball in. Roll it back. Left knee down for 3. Press and lift. Roll the ball in. Roll the ball back. We're here for 2. Lower. Exhale, lift. We're trying to hug those elbows in. Lift. Roll the ball in. Roll the ball back. We're here. Last 1. Lift. Roll the ball in and hold. Pulse the ball in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knee back down to the mat. Go ahead and remove the ball and flip it out. This time we're laying on our left side. Ball is down on the mat. Knees are stacked on top of each other. We're pressing into our... What side is this? My left side. We're pressing into your left elbow. lifting up from the side of your body. So we're not sagging down. We're actively pulling up from the side. Right palm is pressing into the ball. Exhale, clamshell the legs open. Inhale, lower. Remember, we're keeping our hips facing forward. So I'm not rolling back on my hips to open up. My hips stay forward. The only thing that's moving is my right leg. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, press into that ball. Inhale, lower. Exhale, open for 5. Inhale, lower. Exhale, open for 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, open for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, open for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, open for 1. Inhale, lower. Now we're floating our right leg up. Extend your right leg forward. Bend your right knee in. We extend and bend. Extend it out. Check in with your upper body. We're here for 6 and in. You're pressing into that ball for 5 and bend it in. For 4 and in. For 3 and in. For 2 and in. Last one, we hold it straight. Tap your right toes down to the mat. Exhale, lift, squeeze your glute. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Make sure that your hips are still dialed forward and you're not rolling back. Every time you lift, press into that ball. Exhale, lift for 5. Check in with your upper body. Exhale, lift for 4. Exhale, lift for 3. Exhale, lift for 2. Exhale, lift for 1. And we add on. You're going to exhale, lift, lower. Keep that left leg floating if you can. Press into your left forearm. Reach the right arm up with the ball. Lift the hips. And the ball comes back down to the mat. Leg lowers. Exhale, lift the leg. Lower the leg. Lift the hips. Lower the hips. Exhale, lift the leg. Lower the leg. Lift the hips. Lower the hips. Exhale, lift the leg. Lower the leg. When you lift the hips, drive your hips forward. Squeeze your glutes. And lower it down. Exhale, lift for 5. Lower, lift the hips, roll your shoulders all the way back, reach that ball up and lower down. Exhale, lift for 4, lower, press and lift it up and lower it back down. Exhale, lift for 3, lower, press and lift it up and lower it back down. Exhale, lift for 2, lower, press and lift it up and lower it back down. Exhale, lift for 1, lower, press and lift it up and hold. Pulls your hips up for 10, 9, 8. Try to keep that leg floating. We're here for 6, 5, 4, 3. On 1, we hold it up. Pulse that right leg up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knee, lower your hips back down to the mat and go ahead and flip it back out to that well-deserved child's pose. We have one last little piece and then we are done. Take one more big inhale and one more big exhale, keeping both hands on the ball. Shift it forward, find your tabletop position, and then I want you to walk your knees back a little bit so that your butt is low, not sticking up in the air. So we lower our butt down. And try to do this with the ball. If it's too annoying for you, go ahead and get rid of it. But we're going to lower our chest down, hug your elbows in, and then exhale, press and lift it right back up. Inhale, lower it down. We have the ball under our palms. Exhale, press and lift. You can also try with the ball and walk the ball in a little bit. Lower, exhale, lift, and then your butt will stick up. But I want you to try to do it with your butt down first. We're here for 5 more. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. For 4, exhale, lift. For 3, exhale, lift. For 2, exhale, lift. Last one, hold it low, pulse it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, press it all the way up. Inhale, shift it back to your child's pose. Walk your knees out, palms are on the ball, head is hanging heavy in between your hands, and we are done with the hard part. Maybe nod your head from side to side. Keeping your right hand on the ball, reach your arm up and around. Really feel the stretch. Other side. Sweep your arm back and around. And roll up through center. Roll the ball in. I'm going to switch over so that I have enough space. But find a comfortable seat. Ball is coming underneath your right hand. Left arm is reaching up and over. And we're rolling back up through center. Ball rolls out to the side. Left arm sweeps up and over. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, we reach over to the right. Inhale through center. We're here for 3 more. Exhale, reach it up and over. Inhale through center for 2. Inhale through center. Last one. Hold it here. Really reaching through your left fingertips, feeling the stretch all through the right side of your body, your right side and your left side of your body. And we roll it all the way back up to center. Ball comes to the left side, left palm on the block, right arm reaches up and over. And we roll it back through center. Inhale, left arm rolls out, right arm sweeps up and over. Inhale through center. Exhale, we reach. Inhale through center. We're here for 3 more. Roll the ball out, reach the arm up overhead. Inhale through center for 2. Inhale through center. Last one. Inhale through center. Go ahead and get rid of the ball. Sit back onto your butt. Feet are on the mat. Drop your knees from side to side. Release your low back and your spine for 3. For 2. On 1, extend your legs out long in front of you on the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Bend your right knee. The sole of your foot comes to the inside of your thigh and forward fold over your legs. And then open your chest out to face your bent leg. So rather than your chest facing down to the mat, your chest is facing to the side. If that means that you're up here so that you can get your full chest open, that's okay too. You're here for 3. For 2. On 1, come back through center. Slowly roll it up and just switch sides. We forward fold over the leg. And then open up toward your bent leg. Reaching for your foot with your top arm. And roll it back up through center. Both legs are extended out long. Inhale, both arms sweep up. Exhale, we forward fold. Lower all the way back down to your mat, 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale, your arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, hug your right knee into your chest. Give it a tight squeeze. And then extend your right leg up to the sky. Pull your right leg down toward your face. Bend your right knee. Float your left leg to tabletop. Find your figure 4. Hands interlaced behind your left leg. Both feet are flexed. Pull your left knee down toward your face. For 3. For 2. On 1, release your left leg to the mat. Extend your right leg up to the ceiling. Walk your hands up your right leg. Bend your elbows. Float your head, neck, and shoulders up this time. Pull your leg down to your face. For 3. For 2. On 1, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Release your leg to the mat. Exhale, hug your left knee into your chest. Give it a tight squeeze. And then extend your left leg up to the ceiling. Bend your elbows. Pull your left knee down toward your face. For 3. For 2. On 1, bend your left knee. Lift your right leg to tabletop. Find your figure 4. Both feet are flexed. Hands interlaced behind your right knee. Pull your right knee down. Release your right leg to the mat. Extend your left leg up to the ceiling. Walk your hands up your leg. Bend your elbows. Float your head, neck, and shoulders up. For 3. For 2. On 1, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down to the mat. Release your leg to the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, roll it all the way up to a tall seat. and we are done for today. I am going on vacation. I'm still going to try and get 2 workouts to you guys, but no promises. So I apologize for that in advance. I'm hosting a retreat in September. All that information is going to be in the caption down below. It's a link to the Instagram post with that information. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you have any suggestions for what you want to see while I'm gone, let me know. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks.